Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. So I am currently focusing on my rear brake caliper pistons. I'm about to rebuild them, but I'll give you a play-by-play on how to do it. So when your pistons, I put them like this because I didn't want anything to get inside. You have to keep it as clean as possible. So of course I removed it off the bracket, off the line and everything. Drained it out. You have to let it drain out for a little bit. The way you get these pistons out, you have to compress air in through the brake line hose area, but be sure that when you do that, take a piece of cardboard. I took the cardboard. Take a piece of cardboard and you put it there when the pistons are compressed in, right? When they're completely pressed in, you put the cardboard, you flip it around, keep your fingers out of the way, and you take your air hose line, connect it to your compressor, and just blow just a little bit easy air. You'll hear the pistons pop out. So let's get to cleaning this thing. Pull them out. Already out. There you go. This is what it looks like in the inside. Nice and clean. It is nice and clean. Take some brake clean and bring them off. Sorry about the old glove situation. I'm not a glove wearer. I'm always barehanded. So, yeah. I just get to work. I don't record. So, bear with me. Here's your clean one. I like the fact that it is actually clean. There's no rust on it. There's no hard spots.
second one. Nice and clean. There you go. Those are your two clean parts right here. Nice and clean. Nothing's wrong with them. Get them nice and cleaned up. Alright. So, when it comes to your gasket seals, you have a gasket seal on the inside, you have a gasket seal on the outside, on both of them. You have to remove those. You have to remove them with a pick, okay? Now, make sure that when you put them back in, here's your one. Here's your second one. Here's your second one. So because I didn't have a pick, I ended up using these little flat cutter pliers. I wouldn't say that. Little needle nose cutter, splicer, whatever you call it. But yeah, when you insert them back in, make sure that you don't puncture them, slice them, or anything. So when I put them back in, I'm gonna end up putting them back in one. So when it comes to cleaning these, you're cleaning them, no brake cleaner. Now, I didn't use the whole towel for brake cleaning, so just want to go ahead and clean up all the excess crap. Well, not crap because it's been clean, right? It's not rusted, it doesn't have any residue inside of it. You want to make sure you keep it as clean as possible, so that's why you use this kind of cloth. And then you go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. And you keep it clean, you clean them out, you know. Before you even get to remove your pistons, before you cycle that air through to get your pistons to pop out, be sure to clean as much debris from the outside of the caliper that you can, so that when you begin to when you do extract the pistons, no dirt, no debris, no anything goes into that slot, because that's the last thing you want to do and have your brakes not function correctly. So yeah, that you have to make sure that everything is nice and clean, nice and in order. So that's how you get that in there. As you can see, it's nice and clean. Inside is clean. Can't ask for anything else. And now it's the rebuild part. So, with that being said, you order your parts. Here's your O-rings. They come as a pair. When you order, it comes in a pair of two. They're not, pretty sure you can buy them individually, but because it's a dual piston, they come in a pair, two for one side, two for the other side. Same part number. I buy mine off of Motorsport OEM. Part number will also be in the description below on my YouTube channel. So they're both the same. So remember, that was two. Here's your inner O-ring. You have to make sure that you put it in there correctly. Again, it tells you to, you know, do it with the pick. I don't have a pick, but I just did it that way. Here's your outside O-ring. What you do is you slip it in nice and easy and work your way around for it to fall into place. That way you won't need the pick to put it back in. That's one. And you go ahead and take the other one. It's the exact same way. Same part number. 2 and 2. Here's your inner O-ring. And you go ahead and you slip it to the inner part of the O-ring right there. And just work your way around it. It'll fall into place. It'll fall into its own slot space. No grooves up. This one, the ones that I took off were already expanded. So yeah, that's one. And again, here's the second one. So it's just as easy as 1, 2, and 3. Alright, it already fell back into place. Here you go. That's your rebuild of your O-ring. You take your, sorry, I almost skipped that step. That's one thing you don't want to do, is skip that step. And that step is take some brake fluid. Take some DOT4 brake fluid. And you lubricate the O-rings. You lubricate the O-ring. It's one thing you need to do. So make sure they're nice and lubricated so that when you put the piston back in there, they go in without a hitch, not a problem. Alright, there you go. Nice and lubricated. You turn around and take your O-ring. So your O-rings are lubricated. Your O-rings are well lubricated. Take your piston. Alright, make sure you lubricate it as well. After cleaning, you lubricate. You lubricate it right before you put it into the casing. Take that. There you go. One is in. Take the other one. Lubricate it as well. Lubricate it as well. O-rings are in. Mine were already seized and frozen. This is why I had to rebuild my piston calipers. Mine was already frozen in there, so there was no way for me to. Alright.
So while I was putting in the last piston, my camera fell, but this is your final view. All you have to do again is fill it and bleed it. Of course, install to bleed it around. But this is for the 2002 VTX 1800, and I hope it actually helps whomever is trying to rebuild the piston and has no idea of doing it. There is a lot of videos out there, and I'm I'm glad I'm able to help. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and again, thank you for all your support. For the next one.